Welcome my friend, I'm John Silva. So today I'm gonna talk with you here about the new version of Affinity APPS. Alright, so it's the first time that I'm doing a live stream with this new version. And today I want to bring here some of the updates. If this is a good update, I will tell you my honest review. Alright, I will be honest with you about my talk here, what I like, what I didn't like, things like that. And some rumors that people are not very, some of them are not happy with, let's say, the license, the new license purchase. But today, let me just say a big hello to everybody that is here. Hello, okay, hello down, hello tick. Oh, many awesome members from the club is here. Thank you guys. Let me just give it a check here. Tick is here. Hello, how to pronounce this? Sorry. Let me see. Ariadna, hello Ariadna. Auto, no upgrade. Yeah, we have an upgrade now. Let's see more. Hello, Aileen. Hello, my friend. Student Dr. Duck. And everybody else that is joining us today. Tarcísio is here. Okay, so guys, I will share with you here a mind map because I like to place my ideas in order to not lose myself. So here we go. Let me show you my screen. This one, this one here, I think is better. I want to cover here each point, alright, of this new Affinity 2.0, mainly the new model that Affinity has applied to the users, right, which is the universal license. I personally really like because now you can share, let's say, everything on the same key for all the apps, which is something that I really like it. And of course, some users complain about to have to pay again because one of the Affinity, let's say, flag, something that people like about Affinity is that you don't need to pay subscription like you do on Adobe. Just let me know if the audio is working perfectly, alright? And just to, here we have some questions already where I will raise here, I will bring here, alright? So, Fernando is asking, I have to purchase V2 again if I read on the previous version? Yes, just to have this clean answer to you, alright? Because here, for example, they released the version 2 launch offer by 40 discount percent. Okay, I will open here. And then you can get, including the Mac version, Windows, iPad, and basically you get here 90 applications. 9. And most, I see that on the forum, not forum actually, on the groups, Facebook groups, because I stay on there. And people was comparing, hey, but I paid to have the Affinity in the previous version and then I need to pay again. Well, there are some, let's say, development factors, I'd say, on this new update. It took Affinity a good time, I guess, to update to this new version from 1.9 to version 2. Some applications do that, this kind of business model. As far as I remember, ScreenFlow do that. Each, let's say, major upgrade, they release a kind of new product. They remade everything from scratch. And one thing that I need to tell people, alright, of course, is that you can still use the version 1.9. These versions that you have will not, let's say, be removed from you. No. This is a very different model, I'd say, compared to Adobe, because Adobe, if you don't pay, you cannot use their apps. Let's say you are not paying the monthly subscription, and then they delete you on that database. So yes, just to let you know that you need to pay, okay, again. But I'll be honest with you, I was really thinking about this because this can make some people unhappy. But guys, to have all of this, and when you work, let's say, one day, how much you charge for your clients to do and use these apps? oh my gosh, you can pay. Of course, in some currencies like my one here in Brazil, this can be, let's say, 1 week of work. But this can be easily paid by itself. If you get the apps, then you work. This can be paid in just few works, all right? And I don't see that a reason to complain, because this is already very cheap, right? By what they offer, it's really cheap. And many people, just to show you, okay? Many people have been requesting Affinity to bring the shape builder, which is this tool that I will show you soon. Okay, this tool here is really mind blowing for many people, many new users that was using Adobe subscriptions like Adobe Illustrator. And that's why, of course, I'm not telling you this because, you know, I'm getting sponsored by Affinity or something like this because I like to use. No, I think, you know, it's quite cheap. If we see this side by side, let's see here. We have here student Dr. Duck. I agree with you. I agree with you that now you have everything just one license, and now we have a much better stable version over the new enhancements. Okay, let me back here to where we were. So okay, you need to get the universal license. And what we have here new in Affinity Designer, which thought that I really like it. Then they did here the shape builder, mesh tool, knife tool, style tool, and the closed curve. They listened to me about this closed curve and X-ray and some measurement tools. And of course, there are many other improvements that we don't see. We don't see these improvements here. We users just see the what is the front, but we don't see what is behind, which is the improvement of other things like bugs, like very simple things. Because, you know, when you work in kind of software, it's hard to keep everything running smoothly and have, let's say, a good performance. It's kind of hard. And most people wanted to have the auto tracing. I know that this is something that would be very nice, but auto tracing, I think it's something that can take Affinity more time to bring this new version, you know. And I think that they will bring this in the upcoming versions because this is the very most requested feature. Also, alongside of these two ones, shape builder and mesh tool, because let me show you here the iPad screen. All right, now I will show you the iPad screen. So right now I'm going to make an overview over the iPad screen, the new Affinity interface. As you can see, they changed a lot the interface on the very first startup. If you want to duplicate or do something, because I struggle myself to find where is the menu icon. I will be honest with you, I struggle to understand this interface at the beginning. But then I discovered that if you swipe left, you can see the options like rename, like duplicate, or like save this or export. There are some things that I didn't like, I'll be honest with you, okay? But of course, the most things that I see here, I quite enjoy. Let me open here this project. The first impression that I got here, it was the panel on top. It was here. So we don't have anymore the panel below. I will be really missing this because I was very used to, you know, very used to manage here below, and now you need to manage from top. But I quite understand why they did that, because now they can offer more options here on top, like select same or select object. I really like these ones. I will show you some examples, alright, also in this review over the new iPad look. That's case, you see now that they made the icons. One thing that I struggled at the beginning, it was this this button where you need to reach the vector brush, you know, by clicking here. But then I discovered that you can hold and do this. You can just do this. You can hold and release by dragging, click and drag, and then you can go to the pencil or to the vector brush. So I think it's something that you need to get used, because I will be honest with you, we humans, we don't like changes. We don't like. So we always get a little bit like, oh my gosh, I didn't like this because I was used to something like I was loving, I was used, and then when we have some changes, we get something like, oh my gosh, this is different. And I noticed this because all the updates that I got from Windows, Mac, I always know, oh my god, this is strange. So I think it's all matters to get used of it. Let me go here, open now the iPad screen again. Vela is asking where is the undo button. Something that I also miss here is the delete button here below. All right, and I'll be honest with you, this version here, it is quite new. They released this in, very fast on the iPad. I feel like they got this released very fast without testing enough with the users. I mean, it's important to see what people think. Of course, they did that, but I think that they need to have more time. But of course, if they release this in the next month, perhaps nobody will. I don't know what are the strategy behind, but yeah, there is something that I miss. Okay, so here, if you select this button, you can see here all the menus, the tools over here, so you can display here in case that you are wondering what is here. Okay, that case, guys. Now, just to keep in mind that you can change and switch between the tools here by dragging. Nice. We have here the shape builder, where I'm going to show you right now. The shape builder, as you can see, you need to work only with vector shapes. All right, only with vector shapes. Let me just make this canvas a bit gray because I like this most, like this. So I'll do here some triangles, just like that. I'll make this, can be in blue or green, like that. Now I will add here a width. Okay, I'll add a width, and then I will duplicate this triangle here. Basically, the shape builder, as you will see now, I need to select by swiping. Then I can select the shape builder, and there are options here on top where you can just select, like I'm doing, or if you want, you can click here to do this immediately. Right? You can do this, for example, immediately. Having this in mind, guys, just to show you, alright, just show you, I will expand this stroke because I want to show you a nice thing that you can do, just to make some demonstrations. I will expand this stroke, same way is here on top, expand this stroke. Okay, I have here this layer separately now, the stroke, and then I can select all of it. I can select all of it, just like this, shape builder. And then I can basically merge on here, or these curves, mainly these ones here. Okay, and then I can just paint here. For example, I'm just making this effect now, and I'm back here. This one here needs to be, yeah, on top, and this one here we place it right there. Okay, and then you can apply the gradient over here. Just to keep in mind, let me hear the questions. Hold on. You have to enable it in the menu. Yes, I didn't try to enable the option over the redo and undo. Okay, I still don't know what people want to what people want. Auto trace, basically you can make pixel in vector, but it's kind of hard to have a precision. I will tell you. And then, guys, over the shape builder, you can select here to subtract or add. Okay, here below, here on top actually. So you can just drag and click, and then it's going to merge. All right, it's going to merge like this. okay, and then I can have this result. For example, can you see now? I can have this shape getting this result. This is on top, this is in below. Okay, there are many things that you can do with Shape Builder basically, and many people was asking, hey John, where is the mesh tool on iPad Pro? I will tell you where it is. Let's try here just to make some examples. I will create a square. I will create a square here, just like that. And then I will just show you where you can find the mesh tool. You can get here, okay, in this icon. In this icon you can see the mesh tool and quad, perspective, and others one. I will select here the quad, and then you can change the vector just like that. This was something that I really wanted a lot in this new update, and they added. And then you can change this in a really great way, creating a sort of a paper, a paper. And then you can basically, let me place here a star on top, and then in this star I can make a mockup. For example, let me make this in, can be pink, like this. I'll drag this here inside of this warp tool, and then it needs to be dragged inside, okay. And then look, this will adapt, okay, to the mockup. Let's say you are creating some kind of graphic designs, and then you can drag onto here. One thing that I love over the new layers panel is that you can have this view here in thumbnail. So if you click here on top in this icon, you can get this look here. I really like it because it makes the interface more clean. All right. And I'll just see here, show you, okay. In this icon, if you swipe left, you can get, now I don't know if you know, but I'm showing you in case that you don't know. You can swipe and let's say decrease the opacity. You can apply the blend modes on here. You can apply this as mask and so on. Very nice. And here you can toggle by turning on, turning off. I think that this is very nice. Also, you can swipe here. You don't need to go always here, and by click on here in the menu to apply the blend modes. Now you can just swipe and then apply add selection, blend mode, blend modes. Then you can have blend mode. This reminds me a lot Procreate. In that case, Procreate, you have more this intuitive interface by clicking and swiping. Now they seem to do this even more here on Affinity. One thing that they have added that I like it is that you have 3 fingers, and then you swipe bottom, and then you can have this menu. And like I said in the beginning, I think that Affinity, it's pretty new on this new version on iPad, because I noticed that not all resources are available in some situations here. For example, here on this menu, if we hold, you can see that you don't have a lot of options to address the shortcuts. Okay, you don't have. So if you want to have shortcuts, because I really love this functionality, because now you are basically, let's say you are creating a design here. Let's create a triangle over here, this area. Let's say I'm creating here this triangle. Then I'm applying the width. Instead of you going here on top and then going to expand the stroke, which is something that I want to do right now, you can just swipe with 3 fingers down and then expand the stroke, and then you're gonna get this faster. And then I really hope that they will add, the insert inside on here, because my friend, it will be very nice. I use this thing a lot, and I don't want to go always here insert inside menu, twice clicks just to have insert inside, because if you know my tutorials, I go direct to the point. Insert inside, for example, and then you can draw here inside and, you know, do this. Then side to side would be nice. Other thing that I like it, but I still need to get very used, I'd say, it is the comments below. This one here. I like this because I will show you something very nice. Let me just hide everything here. Hold on. And then let's say that you are using the pencil tool. The pencil tool now is turned on. Let me set up here the stroke line. Oh, just like that. Nice line art. You have now the ability to change the outlines on here. Oh, can you see? You can change. Oh, if you draw, you can just go here, and it's very nice. I like this because it reminds a lot Procreate in this aspect. You can change here. You have this stabilizer now in this area. Okay, so you can change while you draw. You can change the stabilizer. Oh, look, you can do this, which is nice. And something that I like is that, for example, you are drawing and then you, let's say, hold these buttons here. For example, I'm holding the shift, which is the up button. So you can do this, or if you do, in that case, I think this arrow here, I get confused. I think that it's control, right? Control, because these icons is not, you know, familiar with me. In this arrow here, you can do this. So imagine now you are drawing. I'm drawing here. Then you boom. Oh, look, and then you are drawing. Boom. So you can have more like low poly technique using the pencil tool. I like this a lot. Here as well, you have some options. Basically, you can do better. For example, let me resize a rectangle here. You made that, okay? Then you can, instead of using 2 fingers or 3 fingers, it's still working. 3 fingers, 1, 2. But then you can enable here these options. Shift, and here below. Even this one, you can do this. Okay, which is nice. And of course, there are more options over these icons that you can combine with others options. All right, you can do that and combine. Let me see here the chat a little bit, just to take a look on people questions. Link press to the object. And let's see here. See, if you hold, also hold, and then you can delete by doing that as well. What mean doing that? Let's see. I'm just take a look here on the chat, right? Just to see. Mesh tool is cool. Yeah, very nice. No, for perspective is absolutely incredible, right? For perspective is incredible. I will show you a new example as well about this. So if you have many lines, you have a kind of grid. Let's draw a grid. It's better to make a grid. You have sort of a grid. 1, and then 2. Let's see here. Here, let's see if it's duplicate. 3 fingers duplicate. Now let me duplicate below. You can hold here as well, right? You can duplicate, as far as I remember, you can duplicate from here. Okay, just like that. So imagine that you have this grid. I will select all of it like that. We have a grid, and then you can apply here and use a perspective. This is nice. So you can create a perspective grid based in this. You can do this. I will tell you what I didn't like over the mesh tool, but I hope that they will consider to add this. If you work, for example, with raster, in the pixel mode. Let's say you are drawing here. I still need to install my brushes. I'm using here the standard brushes, and then I'll create a new layer. Create a new layer in pixel. Good. What I didn't like is that if you are drawing, let's say you are drawing, okay, if you place the pixel here inside of the warp, it doesn't make nothing. Pixel doesn't work inside of the warp group tool. Even if you draw, even if you draw here in this layer, I'm drawing here in this layer, okay. So it doesn't apply in the perspective. But what's this apply? It's over the mesh tool on Affinity Photo, where I'm gonna show you right now. Because on their tutorials, official tutorials, because I'm not used to do things on Affinity Photo, I'm more expert on Affinity Designer. But they show it here on the live mesh warp. Let me show you here. They show that you can apply the live mesh warp, but it's only available, this option is only available on Affinity Photo. And I really wish that they could do this to make available on Affinity Designer, because if you want to apply on pixel layer, you need to switch just to have this functionality. I think this is not cool, because people that use Affinity Design also use a lot of raster, right? And somehow they could apply the live mesh in raster in the same layer, perhaps. I don't know. But if you have a big project like vector and painting, all right. So I'll find that it's very difficult to do if you have a project with vector and raster inside. That if you want to apply the mesh, you will not see this being applied on the pixel layers. Something that I didn't like, but I hope that they will apply this. We have here Matt Priestley. Hello, my friend, a great friend. It's here. So yeah, as I said, I'm giving you guys my point of view, what I like, what I didn't like, all right? And just take advantage here, just show you what I really like as well. For example, if you are working with the shapes here, we have a lot of shapes going on here, right? These ones. This new view here, which is the X-ray, I love that, okay? Because now you can, because before we had just the outline. Outline can be hard, but now with the X-ray becomes even easier to work with the shape builder, okay? Like this. For example, you have these shapes, and then I'll create a new one here just to show you what's gonna happen. Like that. Let's place this on here. Let's say you got now, I will select all of it. I can recognize already that I could make a pig based on this shape. A pig, okay? Let me add. I can extract these layers on here. This one. Good. And then I have here, can be a pig head. But remember that I still need to select these areas here, right? Just to make this much better. I need to select all of these areas on here. Now, I just have a pig head based on this. Okay. And this is very cool, the X-ray view mode. I really like, I'll be honest with you. And also you have the hairline. The hairline, how that works. If you apply the outline, okay, it doesn't going to apply. This is good in case that you are working with a lot of line arts. Really cool. Let me activate here. So we have a lot of line arts going on here. Can be pencil tool, just like this. And then the hairline will ignore the width over this stroke. And then I will just go here on the navigator and then hairline. Okay, it's more a new addition to help you to work better. Okay, what I see here as well in this new interface on iPad is that you now can control the zoom by clicking on here, or you can, let's say, you are working. Let me just to get back to this one. If I click here, it's going to zoom out. If I click again, it's going to get back where we were. I like this because, for example, you are working here. Instead of you just pan and then see and get back, you can just do this. Okay, you can just click on here and have a preview faster. Here on top, you also have some guide views mode, which is the margins, guides, grids, and others options that you can enable directly on here. All right, by click on here, then you can enable. And also you can enable here faster the grid settings and system basically. And then you can go here and change as well here on top. And let's change here the grid color. Let's show you. Okay, let's say that now you have, the grid, but in isometric. This one, the isometric one. Let's take a look here in case that you want to use isometric. That case. Well, one thing that I hope that Affinity will do is to add a panel that will create this isometric panel here. This one. Why? Because let's say you are working here, all right, rectangles, and then you need to go always here. It's not cool. Why? I will tell you why. Because on desktop, like I said, I'm giving my feedbacks here. If you get back here on the Affinity Design on desktop, this one, if we enable the isometric grid system, show grid, this one, and then we go here, grid and axis, and then I will apply the isometric, this one. What I really love on Affinity on desktop is this panel here. Let's say enable panel, this one here. This could be very well explored, I'd say, on iPad as well, to have a panel like this, because you can see easily, right? It can be even a cube like that. You can see here these icons. I find that it's hard to use the isometric on here by clicking and then fit to plane, for example, and then I want to change this to the front, and then look, you need to go like that, so it makes this not very let's say intuitive. All right, and I would try to add somehow a panel in isometric that shows a cube. Like I said, I'm giving you my review over what I like and what I didn't like here. It would be very nice to have a panel for isometric, I'll be honest. Okay, next thing that we see here is the style picker. Okay, which I can't, where is the style picker from? I don't think that is here, right? If I hold. Yeah, no worries. But let's take a look on the desktop. We have the style picker, which is this one. Okay, this option. And then if we add some circles, like I'll apply some effects, okay, which is now you can add multiple effects. I will add the 3D. Let's apply the 3D now, like this. Cool. So what I really like this, because now you can have a faster way to apply this style. Okay, after you activate the style picker, you can get and grab the style, and then you can apply to others assets by clicking, just like this. This is nice and fast. Also, you can load, and then I want just to grab the layer style and not others things here. You can click and then apply just the layer effects. And also there is this technique that you can, let me just activate the mouse here. You can go here, okay, and drag in order to apply and paste. So you don't need to now Ctrl C and then Ctrl Shift V and paste the style. But now you can copy the style and apply to other layers by dragging. This is nice. Let me take a look here also on the chat. Tell about the quick grid, please. Let me check here. Thank you. Here, might say I'm trying to make warps deform pixel right now. Yeah, nice, very nice. I just want to thank you, Matt, because I think that you guys are very open to the community, to what people ask, and the community are very happy to see all the efforts, because you guys make a very nice and incredible update over these new features. Mainly, the shape builder, because many people were casting this a lot, and yeah, I'm very proud of you guys to see this. Let's see here more questions. Publisher was missing leaking. I did live stream station. Hello, Tommy Harris. Let me just to get back on here, right? Because I get very easily distracted. I'll be honest with you. So this is my guide to not lose myself. So we have covered here about the style mesh tool and the knife tool. Okay, the knife tool. Let me do this on iPad, because yesterday I did already a video on desktop. So I'm giving the chance to use on iPad now. So now we have, let's add a circle here. The knife tool, basically you can just you can do this. Can you see that my line is not very with good quality? What you can do is basically use these buttons here, all right, to have a straight line, and then you can do this. All right, so you can slice very fast. I really like this, because before, to slice objects it was not very good, but now you can slice really good and fast. Let me make this one here. Knife, and then hold this line here, the arrow, and then you can slice here, and here. So you can divide a pizza with your family now. Just like that. Really cool. Some additions now over the closed curve now. The closed curve is something that I was very happy to see. With you here a pencil tool, and now you can close the curve automatically. You can activate with the pencil tool. You are drawing, and then if you release, it's gonna close. Because before I need to close manually, right? But now it's going to close. Of course, I think that takes more time for Affinity to make some adjustments over this tool, because this could, for example, you are drawing and release. This could follow a little bit more a better handle, right? This could have some kind of math that I don't understand, of course. So again, you are drawing. I'm having this design. There you go. Very fast now. I like this because this will be very good for backups. Just to get advantage of this and to give my personal features request, would be nice on Affinity in the future. I don't know when, but if you draw a circle, these circles not become these horrible circles like I did, but it becomes a smart object, which means that you could use the pencil tool and draw perfect shapes with the smart drawing tool. Of course, look, you can see. And then the smart drawing would recognize the shape. Some apps do that. Miro do that. Others apps like MindMaster, I don't know, but smart drawing is something that can be nice for mockups. You are, planing character, drawing some shapes, and then you don't have drawing skills like I am. So you can basically do this and have perfect shapes. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I imagine that you guys had no, because it was very fast. As far as I remember, when you guys really said the the beta for iPad. I think that of course would be it takes time always. I think that everything takes time, and people need to understand that it's not AI that is doing the project. All right, it's not the AI that is making the code. It's people. It's people that is working. That's why I like to give the support here to the community, to the Affinity, and to express my gratitude, because of course some people can be very harsh in some situations, like I want to have the X2, I want to have that too, and etc. But it takes time, you guys. It takes time. You need to respect the people hard work. So let's see here. Let me get back my screen. We have now the measurement tools. This is more nice in case that you are doing, let's say, for architecture projects, when you have more precision, if you want to have precision like distance of objects, things like that. And just to give a demonstrations, you can get it on here, area 2, this one. Can you see? And then you can have others functionalities on here, just like that. Let me see here. I really how to make logo perspective. Well, I'd say that of course you need to have the logo. You need to have the logo first, and then you can go and apply here the warp group, and then pick up a functionality that will distort, just like this is very nice. Oh my gosh, this is very nice because you can create a banana. You can create a banana and create others objects by clicking here twice and then change the shape. This is very nice. Clicking twice, and this is the mesh warp tool, right? So just to let you know that you can do many bananas now very easily. I really like this feature a lot because it does save a lot of time. Let's back on here. On Affinity Photo now you have others functionality. I'm not a specialist on Affinity Photo, I will let you know that, but we have many updates, which is good, is major upgrades. If we open here, because let me open this first. Here on this Affinity video, you can recognize and see what is new here, mainly the raw non-destructive, which means that it's not going to, let's say, make pixelated and then you cannot change it back. Everything that is editable is good. The compiled mask, I like most the compiled mask. All right, this feature here I'm showing you from Affinity video because I want to go straight to the point. This feature here is nice because now you can have multiple layers and then deactivate or activate and have different kind of results. This is really cool. Then we can experiment this more over the paintings. So if you like illustrations and paintings, you can experiment more this. If you symbol inside of a group without commercial, let me see. We have here are questions. I think Matt will answer this better about this, because I think that I still need to try. Let me see here more questions. Hold on. If we have placed it, just to answer the questions by from Ariadna. Now answered by Matt. Guys, the performance is incredible with the warp tool, because if you try to apply in big projects, I was worried about, oh my god, this will crash everything. This will really crash. But it doesn't crash. Of course, as this is the very first release, I was expecting to get bugs, but I didn't got many bugs. Just some few crashes, but it's totally understandable. The live mask now, it makes things here. The live luminosity range, we can remove the overexposure. All right, you can remove the overexposure in the design that you are creating, basically on the photo, in the raster photo. Okay, I need to try this in vector as well, but of course this is more for images. The layer states, this one, basically we can create actions, all right? Because most of you that follow me know me from Affinity Designer, but what I'm showing you is that Affinity also works in other products. There is not just Affinity Designer. We have Publisher, we have other things going on. And so we have here the actions that you can save, and then you can play around of it, okay, and apply by filter, all right? You can filter this and apply on there. Drag and drop, this is nice. Drag and drop bitmap fill. I really like this. Let me show you why. If we have an image, let me open here an image. And then I'll select this first of all, because you're gonna have the fill over here, the fill context. And then I will drag an image into this position, and then you can have this fast and quick result. I want to apply, let's say, a texture on here. So instead of dragging the image here inside, because if you drag on there, it's going to place here. This is not what you want. You can, don't get confused to drag on here, right? Because if you drag on here, it's gonna open a new image. So if you drag the image here on top in this area, it's going to open a new image. If you drag an image here inside of document, it's going to insert an image. So if you drag an image here inside of the fill, it's going to load and apply as texture. So before, you just need to select the bitmap and click here to load. I was almost forgetting, and I wanna bring this already on here. I will take advantage that we have an incredible guy here with us to assist in this update. Something that many people was asking. For example, let me open a project. Can be the let me see here. I have a lot of projects here. Let me open recent more here. Then I'm going to open this guy here that I like most. This guy here, if I resize, can you see that it's following? Okay, the resize. Why? Let's check it out. There are many ways that you can scale, because we have the scale with object by standard, right? This one. Let me back. The scale with object is turned on. If I turn off, you're gonna have this result. This is not what I want, right? Because many people trying to resize and then get this result. So if you apply the scale with object, I notice that some object inside doesn't follow sometimes. For example, this one, I don't know if it's following. Let me check here. Some of it follow, but I notice that some doesn't follow. And then there is this new feature which is called the scale override. This one, scale override. Can you see? It's available on the transform panel, this panel here. If you enable this, it's activating the scale with object and activating the scale override. I will resize, okay, and you need to apply here, right? You need to enable these options: line weights, shape corners, layer effect, and text frame contents. When you enable this option, now you can resize, okay, and it's going to follow. But I noticed something that I didn't like. I will show you why. Take advantage here. For example, I have this is square, right? I have this square. I will resize this. I will resize, but the corners doesn't seem to follow. It's turning on. Alright, it's turning on. Shape corners. It doesn't follow. I don't know if this is something that I'm being crazy, but I feel like the scale should do this. Should do this result. Should do this. Let me make this expand stroke as well. Let's rasterize this because it's gonna make what I want. I want to have this result, you know, instead of having this turn it on and then I resize and then I get this result because it doesn't follow. And that's why I want to bring my issues here, my feedback over these functionalities that could apply to everything. Because when you want to resize, when you want to transform, you want to apply to everything. You know, you just want to resize. Unless if you I don't want to resize by, you know, the corners, so you can make the corners turn off and then make it as it is. Yeah, this is what I wanted to tell, because just to show to people what this means. If you apply the outline right now in white, give me white, okay, your size is working, is resizing together. Why? Because we have this option turned on, which is the layer effects. If I turn off here, then you're gonna get this result. Okay. Other than that, you have also the scale with object here. Basically, on Affinity we have a lot of scale with object. We have scale with object here, okay, for the stroke. We have the scale with object with this option. But when you enable this option here, it works a little bit different. I mean, it's disabled. It is disabled, but this one is enabled. But now it is resizing, you know, this is what I want basically over this layer effect, but being applied on the corners over the shapes. Make sense? Or I'm getting too crazy about this? Oh, the corners doesn't follow. Oh, doesn't follow. Yeah. Let me back here to the. Let me see here. Can you leave live chat on for? Sorry, I didn't get that, John. Can you leave live chat on for a while? So, yes, of course. You guys, have all the time to read here, because Matt Priestley is here, so he can answer you guys about some enhancements by default, right? Yeah, this is not activated by default, but I think this doesn't make sense what I bring here. I don't know, because I don't want to be the only crazy guy here. Let me back to the Xmind. As you can see, we have these features by Affinity Photo. As I said, I'm not a specialist to talk many about this, but there are features nice where you can experiment and apply alongside with Affinity. And for Affinity Publisher, right, we have the iPad version where I'm going to open here right now with you. Let me open. So Affinity Publisher is here, which is something very nice. Now Affinity have all the entire suite available. I'll click here on this new document, and then on Affinity Publisher, you can work with Affinity Designer and Photo, as long as you have them, right? So you can switch here between Designer and Photo, things like that. Okay, which is really cool if you're working more for ebooks, graphical printing stuffs, not only printing but magazines, things like related to text, publisher stuff. I hope that makes sense. And what I like most that I noticed here on the release, let me show you, that they have improved a lot the grid. All right, the grid. If I show you right now, this screen, because I can show you on desktop, because I think it's better for this point. Here on Affinity Publisher, you have a lot of functionalities to create now grids, like this. And this grid now is available on Affinity Designer. It's available on there. To show you, because of course here it's gonna be simple to show you how that works. Let me create a new document. This functionality, if you create a square like this, a square, if you click the arrow in the left or right, in that case you can create this. You can create a table. I call this as a table functionality. Okay, and this is good because now you can plan. Let's say I want to plan an interface like that or here, so you can have a grid system by shapes very fast. And also you can hold the, let's say you are here, and then you can hold left, right or down, just to have this space in between, or create this grid system. You are creating a building. Let's say you are creating a building, and then you can create the windows and then make a space and do this. Look, to make mockups, this is very fast. Okay, nice. And also you can, as far as I see, if you try to press the right button, hold, you can do this. You can rotate and have this result. Nice. Of course, there are many others little features that we can cover here, right? Which is the assets panel. Now you can drag, for example, directly on here, images. Okay, you can, let me try here to drag. I hope that it will not crash. It's here. It's here. So you can have assets by folder. So if you have a folder on there, and then you want to send this folder images like I did here, you can grab a folder. Let me try here to find one. A general asset. Let me just icons. For example, I'll grab here a folder called icons, and then it's here. Okay, but I just have one image. This is nice, guys. This is really cool because on SVG, let's say you have a folder with a lot of SVG. I have here some collections. Just one. Let me try just one here. Icons. I'm just trying to find where is my icons. SVG contact. This one. Let's see. I've just placed it on here, and there we go. Let's wait a bit. I hope that Affinity will not crash. We are just launching here the first time. Affinity live stream. Let's wait a bit because I think it's loading into it's here. No crash at all. Nice. Because in the very first time when you try to do something, it's like when you are launching a rocket. You never know what's gonna happen. Now you have the SVGs here. Just to see here if Affinity made this available. Okay, so if you have the SVG, here, this one, okay. What I noticed in the previous version, but I didn't got a chance to look on this, is that I wanted to expand this to be available to edit here, because it is it's here, right? Now it can be editable now here. It's opened. Because if you embed this, right? I was confused a little bit before. If you embed a file here, let me check. It's embed, right? How to switch from embed? How we can switch from embed file to a local layers file? Because here, this is a SVG, right? It is a SVG. And to edit this, you need to click twice or click here, edit document, and then you're gonna be opened to a new layer. And I was doing a design a time ago. There was some SVGs that I've imported, and then I wanted to see a way to release the editable here. For example, I wanted to have this result, this edit on here. That's it. I wanted to be able to edit like I'm doing right now, but here this is an embed. Okay, so I can see a way to release this or make this available as editable. So here is my feedback about this. If Matt is on there, I'll give you this, as well as my feedback. As you guys can see, we took a look over the features, showing you in live what is new. Of course, there are many things that is behind of what we saw here, but this was a great update made by Affinity. I really like, because now we can use Affinity without having to switch back to Adobe Illustrator in that point when we want to use the shape builder or mesh tool. Yeah. Matt left. Sorry, I didn't saw it. But anyway, I have to dash. Okay, that's fine. I will, ask on the forum about this. Okay, guys, I think that's all for now. I think that it was a pretty good review. I hope that you enjoy it. If you ask me, hey John, what about the tutorials over? Let me bring here. Hey John, what about the tutorials? Right now, I'm working already in a course. All right, it's not released for everybody. I just released it for my community, because there is still work to do with the iPad version, and then I will release as well the iPad version inside of this new course. About the club, of course, I will be doing the live stream. At the moment, we are doing more the mentoring, and I will be releasing some free tutorials here on my YouTube channel. All right. And just to let you know that this new course that I'm working on right now, you don't need to pay subscription, right? It's just one time and it's yours. And of course, the club will still exist, because the club, it's what keep me doing every week the live stream, the people support, bring tutorials and many other things. And just to let you know that this new course is going to be available to you. It's available for now just for the members to get, but once it gets done, of course, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be very awesome. We will learn everything. We're gonna learn a lot. Guidelines and how to use Affinity, many things included. To show you a quick preview about this course, because this is really cool. You deserve to see this. Let me just open here. Hold on, preview. About the question if we're gonna have mentoring. Yes, we're gonna have mentoring, right? It's gonna be very simple. I want to have a chance to review your design works. So I'll ask to Affinity Designers Club from my club, Vectorize Club, to send your design on Telegram. So we're gonna take a quick look and also get some of your questions. So basically here it is the new course. Let me show you my screen. It's here. I've created all the models by very from scratch, fundamentals, Affinity interface, Affinity tools, layer effects, how to create a product, many other things that I'm gonna cover more. There are already lessons available to you. This is gonna be very incredible for you if you want to learn Affinity, because here it's all new. Okay, all new resources done right now. And yeah, I can't say a lot of things here, but just to let you know that it's being, there is a huge work being placed on here, many work. In case that you want to get the early access is gonna be available to you. Okay, I will leave the link available to you if you want to get the early access. Early access we have more affordable price, because there is a lot of work going on here, right? And it's just one time. No, you don't need to pay subscription, no worries. And the iPad course, I think that's gonna be available next month, I hope, because I still need to refine and edit the videos, because what takes most of my time is to edit the videos. Oh my gosh, I think that takes time. Oh my gosh. Other than that, it's working. Now it's all perfect. Questions? Let me see questions. All right, questions. Here we have just see. Okay, that's all. I think that we have just covered everything. So if you have questions, please send me on Telegram, or you can ask here on the YouTube channel. So that's it, my friend. We have covered a lot of things. Sorry, because we don't have a lot of time to cover much more about the Affinity Publisher. but keep in mind that we're gonna have more videos here on this YouTube channel. Guys, thank you, and I see you another day, and bye bye, take care. And let me go in the ending.